everybody wants to be successful. Every student wants to be successful. They want to find their dream. They want to find something that they're interested in. And some have more defined interests earlier. What we seek to do is to help students through career awareness that begins in our early grades, is to help them find a pathway that they can connect with a community of people that are like-minded, that are interested in the same types of things, that might be able to explore a career or at least the opportunities with it that it could lead to within a career, and get some experiences that tell them if this is the pathway or not before they go to college and maybe spend, too much money and then find out that that's not really what they wanted in the first place.
Today, we're joined by Amy Nearman, the Assistant Director of College and Career Readiness, and Michael Bolling, the Chief Academic Officer, here to talk about the school division's recent Discovery Night, an informative series designed to help families explore the various high school programs and opportunities available in Stafford County.
But before we dive into our conversation, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with a friend. Your support helps us reach more listeners. For the latest news and updates across Fredericksburg, Manassas, Stafford, and Woodbridge, visit PotomacLocalNews.com. While you're there, sign up for our free daily email newsletter to stay informed and connected to your community. As a local news organization, we're only as valuable as those who support our work. Consider becoming a member. It's less than what you probably paid for lunch today. Just click join on our website to help us continue delivering important stories like this one. Have a story, tip, or feedback? Send us an email at news@PotomacLocal.com. I personally read every message, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you. And now on with the Potomac Local News Podcast.
Stafford County Public Schools recently wrapped up its Discovery Night series held throughout December. These events give families a unique opportunity to explore the diverse high school programs and pathways offered at Stafford's 5 high schools. Each Discovery Night featured sessions and exhibits highlighting high school specialty centers, secondary program pathways, and regional schools. Rising ninth graders and current high school students and their families were encouraged to attend to plan their high school experience based on their interest and the programs available at specific schools. Discovery Night sessions led by high school counselors, teachers, and school leaders provided detailed overviews of opportunities available, while exhibits showcased other offerings throughout the gym and cafeteria. Amy and Michael are here to provide insight on how Discovery Nights benefit Stafford County families and students and share some highlights from this year's series. Amy and Michael, thanks for coming on the Potomac Local News Podcast.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
So what was the overall goal with Discovery Nights, and how do you think it benefited families who attended?
Well, thanks, Uriah. I'll take that first one. So overall, as we are rolling out, Stafford County Schools over the past couple of years have been developing and rolling out, implementing new specialty centers and expanded programs for our students to support our board's strategic plan. To provide additional secondary, post-secondary options for students. In doing so, we wanted an efficient way to get it out to the public. Last year, we rolled these out through a program Pathways Night at Brook Point High School. We got an overwhelming response of over 5,000 people. That created some logistical problems, as you might guess. And so this year, we decided to expanded out to each of the 5 schools to have their own night, which gives them the ability also to for parents to and students to explore the opportunities that are unique to each school, as well as the offerings that are available at all of our high schools.
When you talk to parents and you talk to students, are they surprised to hear all of the different options that are available to high school students in Stafford County?
Yeah, I got to tell you that we received overwhelming praise and excitement about all the opportunities. There were a number of times that I, even had an exchange with a parent saying, yeah, I didn't have these opportunities in high school either. And so it's new to a lot of people. It's new to Stafford County Public Schools. We've been offering great programs for many, many years, but we've really been focusing on expanding and also created some theme-based specialty centers that are focusing on certain professions and careers.
Let's talk about those specific professions. Can you just share an overview of the various high school programs, specialty centers, regional schools that you're featuring today?
Sure, we can run through them. In terms of specialty centers, we have the CHAMP Center, which is the Community Health and Medical Professions at Brook Point High School, which is the first of 3 that we're opening this year. And that includes, obviously by the name, focused on medical pathways. At Mountain View High School, we also have the LEAPS, which is the Leadership, Education, and Public Service. And really excited about the programs there to create civic leaders right here in Stafford, Virginia, as well as for the region. And then we also have at Stafford High School the EPIC Center, the engineering professions and industries of construction that focus on not only engineering but our construction trades, and is closely aligned to our work that has been ongoing for many years to provide services, including the Boots House to Stafford County. In addition, we have a number of programs that are offered. Those are offered to 9th graders, and they can attend for 4 years to these programs. So it creates a cohort of students. We also have some offerings for our rising 11th grade students and rising 12th grade students. Some are 1 year, some are 2-year programs. And some of those areas might be EMT or carpentry or they're culinary arts. There are a myriad of opportunities there as well, including firefighting and others. And then finally, we have some regional school opportunities, which include the Governor's School, Commonwealth Governor's School, which is embedded. It's a school within our schools, 3 of our high schools. In addition, the new Governor's Lab School, a Virginia Lab School that is new to us and to the region. It's a joint operated school with 5 counties, and so that's a regional school offering located on the UMW Stafford campus, and this is in conjunction with a partnership with University of Mary Washington. Amy, do I need to fill in any gaps there?
We will be opening our newest specialty center in the 25-26 school year at Colonial Forge High School. So parents also explored the opportunities available there. And the focus at Colonial Forge will be business and information technology.
So you talk about how popular these programs are and how how great of a turnout that you do get to the Discovery Nights. When you look at these sessions, how were they set up? The sessions, the exhibits, how were they structured to make sure that families receive the information that they needed during these sessions?
As Michael said, we made a change this year to make things more accessible to families. With over 5,000 people in attendance at our programs and pathways nights the previous year, parents found it difficult to get into sessions and sometimes difficult to speak to the people they needed to. So we moved it to each high school so that parents could have a more personalized experience and access information that they needed. We had different sessions running each night available to families. So each of our specialty centers and regional schools presented it every night, 4 different session times. We also had open tables for additional opportunities for parents to interact and gain information as well. So we tried to make things very accessible this year and ensure that parents could get everything that they needed.
You mentioned, Michael, that you heard from parents who said that we didn't have these types of programs when we were in high school. So why is it important now today that we do have these type of workforce readiness programs to get students prepared for the real world?
That's a great question, and I will start it off and then kick it over to Amy as well for her thoughts, because I think it's really important in her previous work as well as her work here in the county. But I think in general, everybody wants to be successful. every student wants to be successful. They want to find their dream. They want to find something that they're interested in. And some have more defined interests earlier. What we seek to do is to help students through career awareness that begins in our early grades, is to help them find a pathway that they can connect with a community of people that are like-minded, that are interested in the same types of things, that might be able to explore a career or at least the opportunities with it that it could lead to within a career, and get some experiences that tell them if this is the pathway or not before they go to college and maybe spend, too much money and then find out that that's not really what they wanted in the first place, or, and so they find themselves. So that whole idea of exploring things, it's like a try before you buy is kind of one like angle on it. But I just also think that it's just an exciting opportunity to be able to connect with our community, our business leaders through these centers and through opportunities and work-based learning. So Amy, you want to throw in some more reflections?
Sure. I just want to echo, what Michael said for sure, but add that, that early exploration, sometimes finding out what you don't want to do is just as valuable as figuring out what you do want to do. So even for our students who go through these programs and think, no, I don't want to do this, we feel that the preparation that they'll receive will be very valuable for whatever career they select in the long run. We also really value those industry partnerships, and the feedback that we're getting from business partners in our community is so important. And we're using that feedback to really enhance and tweak our curriculum to ensure that the students are fully prepared to either enter the workforce or go on with, one of our great four-year colleges or universities.
You talk about the business feedback, and I'm just wondering if there's someone out there who owns a business and who's listening in our community and says, that might be something I would be interested in participating in a program like this, and maybe working with a student intern or coming into the schools and showing how we do what we do. What is that process like? What is that? Is it a selection process? Is it an application? I mean, talk about how businesses become involved.
To reach out and express some interest, and we'll get them connected in a variety of different ways. We have formal partnerships. We have formal committees, and then we have some more informal advisories and just opportunities for businesses to come into the classrooms and speak. So really a lot of different ways that businesses can get connected with us depending on what they are able to provide and able to commit to.
And hopefully we in turn can provide them with reflections on the students that are going to be their employees in the future and help to inform our programs to better prepare them.
And I want to go back to something that you said about how it's just as important to learn what you don't want to do than it is to learn what you do want to do. And so I can imagine that you've heard maybe from some students, maybe from their parents, who thought they really wanted to be an EMT, or they really wanted to do some sort of design of some sort or manufacturing, and they get in there and it's not everything that they chalked it up to be. At that point, can they go try something else? Is there another doorway they can go through while they're still at Stafford County Schools before they again go out into the real world?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question. We definitely allow flexibility for students. So if they get into a pathway and they think, this pathway isn't quite for me, we welcome them to, look at other options and either, make a formal change in their pathway, or, informally in one of our specialty centers, we can switch their pathway. But we do think that that's really important, that students aren't locked into they're not committing to that career necessarily. We want them to explore and try, but if they really find that that's not for them, we definitely have off ramps for those, and then on ramps into other options as well.
We really enjoyed seeing all the photos being posted to social media about all the discovery nights that were happening across the schools during December. But for the families who couldn't attend, are there more discovery nights in the pipeline? Do we have more events like this coming up, or are there alternative ways for them to access this information that was given to them out at discovery nights?
We definitely have information on our website. So we would encourage families to visit our website and look under secondary offerings. There's a lot of information about the different programs there. And we also have the PowerPoints from the presentations available on our website as well. We don't have any plans for more discovery nights just yet. But all the information is on our website. And if they need additional information, we welcome them to reach out to us and we'll provide anything that they need.
Well, Amy and Michael from Stafford County Public Schools, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us today on the Potomac Local Podcast.
Hey, Uriah, may I just add one more thing that I think might be really helpful to parents? When they do go to the website and they want to take a look at secondary offerings and the discovery nights, and they can navigate there by searching for either one, it does have a link also to our student application system. And through that application system, they expressed interest in up to 4 different programs. And the 5th could be the ATI, the Academy for Technology and Innovation at UNW. But just wanted to put that plug in for our student application system. I think it's important. And as long as they get their application in by January 24th, they're all set. And then we will be notifying parents with offers on February 17th.
We're coming up on Christmas break. I can't think of anything better to do with that time off than work on that application.
There you go. And there's no essays or anything like that. It's just expressing interest.